some of your favorite Khmer dishes?
My Khmer dishes. Well, one of them being it's called the Ngao Churok Mon. What it is, it's a chicken soup.
And are there any Khmer traditions that you do?
Aside from Cambodian New Year's, that's it. In Cambodia, it's a totally different story. But here in the States, we just simply get our friends together, drink, eat, and celebrate. Food.
Marinated chicken with, let me see, churros spice, nong bachok nam yang, and like cha krill or something. Yeah, that's usually some of the dishes, and fried rice.
Do you know those noodles, the green noodles?
No.
Well, they're noodles and they're in this green soup. It doesn't really sound appetizing, but it's really good. And like, I love it. And like, there's also like stir fries that my mom makes that are Cambodian. Like, I can't really remember some of them, but they use veggies and like they're actually really good.
មិនថយទេមុំរៀមសូមអង្វរនួនល្អងមិនបានទេបងបំណងប្របងមិនត្រូវមិនបានអូនបងស្លាប់អីលើអាណិតផងទៅណាបើពីស្អីខ្ញុំស្រឡាញ់ហើយបងអើយកុំឲ្យស្លាប់អីបើអង្វរបងព្រមតាមស្រី
You asked me the question of what does it mean to be a Cambodian. I'm proud to be who I am. My culture is very beautiful, very important to me. I mean, my culture is very important to me. It's a different culture. It's not well known in America. But we are, I guess you can say we are expanding and we are being acknowledged nowadays. I guess I can just say I'm proud to be Cambodian.
And since you're dating someone Cambodian, how do you feel about all the food and the language that you hear?
I don't understand the language. Not at all. The food is the food is, some of it's good. The exotic stuff like that, the meat and all that. I don't eat all that, but she had me trying a lot of different foods and stuff that I wouldn't normally eat. But I'm open. I think it's good.
មិនថយទេមុំរៀមសូមអង្វរនួនល្អងមិនបានទេបងបំណងប្របងមិនត្រូវមិនបានអូនបងស្លាប់មិនលើអាណិតផងទៅណាបើពីស្អីខ្ញុំស្រឡាញ់ហើយបងអើយ
And can you describe what the Khmer Arts Academy is about?
So Khmer Arts Academy is an organization that was founded in 2002, and for I'd say 15 years our main focus was to preserve and elevate Cambodian classical dance. So over the years we've kind of evolved, we added music and a program that encourages creative thinking and critical thinking.
In our production, we will be dancing to Elvis Presley's Can't Help Falling in Love, and our inspiration for our project was really to just fuse American culture along with Cambodian culture. And later in our piece, you will see the element of the ukulele along with our singers, and the dancers will be representing the Cambodian traditions. Thank you. wearing a leotard and a scarf, and this actually isn't like traditionally a costume. It's just because we had our own piece, we were able to create our own costume choreography through our Roots and Shoots program. So I have some parts of my jewelry here. I'm not wearing the whole set, but usually we always have a few more pieces for each arm. And then here, it's called Ji. Here it's called Sai Chiang, this part. And I'm also wearing a traditional button. Elvis Presley dance. It was a part of our Roots and Shoots program, and that dance is about two people wondering if they should be together. You know, the wonder of, oh, should I love him? Is it okay to love him? And in the end, they live happily after they become a couple, and yeah.
I don't think it's that much different. The major part of our culture is being respectful and very welcoming. Cambodian culture is very known to our visitors or outsiders. We're very welcoming with what little we have even.
Describe your experience in the Khmer Rouge and if you were scared during that time.
Yes, I'm very scared in that time. That time I was a little, 3-4 years old, and when the Khmer Rouge came and we was at the camp, and then they came in, they killed all the people in the village, and then and that's why all my family try to escape from Cambodian to Thailand border in 1975. So that time I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Besides what I read about and the stories that my family tell me, it's this man named Paul Pot who was trying to, I believe in the 1970s, he tried to make Cambodia a communist country. So basically, no one's better than anyone. Everybody's equal. And from some of the stories that my parents used to tell me is that they used to round up families into refugee camps, or not refugee camps, but into camps where they would have to work, and just to feed the troops, they would have to basically, some of the soldiers would round up anybody who seems educated or even work for the government. I know that they would execute them just so no one feels like that this isn't right, or anybody who have any ideas of trying to overthrow Pol Pot and stuff like that would be executed. So it was a real dark time. And that era, we had, I remember Cambodia had, reading something about Cambodia had a population of 7 million. And after the genocide was done, it was dwindled down to about 3 million. So around that time, it was a lot of killing, a lot of terrible stuff going on.
បងទាំងអស់ទៅស្លាប់ហើយបងប្រុសខ្ញុំក៏ទៅស្លាប់ដែរខ្ញុំនៅជាកុមារក្មេងតូចក្រោមអាយុ10ឆ្នាំខ្ញុំនៅកំពុងពេលហ្នឹងគេឲ្យខ្ញុំទៅបេះស្រូវបេះសណាបបេះតកៅនៅសណាបហើយនៅខ្ញុំនៅជាមួយយាយតែម្ដាយឪពុកខ្ញុំឪពុកខ្ញុំគឺស្លាប់ចោលហើយម្ដាយខ្ញុំនៅរស់តែម្ដាយខ្ញុំក៏បាននៅជុំគ្នាដែរម្ដាយខ្ញុំហ្នឹងនៅឆ្ងាយពីគ្នាគេអត់ឲ្យម៉ែកូននៅជុំគ្នាទេដល់ពេលហ្នឹងប្រហែលជាឆ្នាំ1975អពតចូលណែនពេញធឹងតែម្ដងហើយពួកខ្ញុំចលះចេញពីភ្នំពេញមកនៅរោងចក្រពង្គលគឺបែកគ្នាទាំងអស់បងដោយបងប្អូនដោយប្អូនតែខ្ញុំសំណាងល្អបាននៅជាមួយយាយហើយក៏ជាកុមារទូចមិនតាន់បានធ្វើការនៅឡើយទេប៉ុន្តែអពតវាឲ្យយើងធ្វើការមិនថាអាយុក្មេងអាយុចាស់អាយុប៉ុណ្ណាឲ្យតែយើងចេះដើរទេតាគឺថាចេញរកស៊ីខ្លួនឯងធ្វើការឲ្យអពតដល់ពេលចុងក្រោយបំផុតបានពួក UN ពួកអាកាំងជួយរំដោះខ្មែរចេញពីអពតបល័យពូជសាសន៍បានពួកខ្ញុំមកដល់អាមេរិកនេះតែវេទនាណានៅក្នុងអពតបើអ្នកណាកើតមិនតាន់ចំនួនអពតទេគឺអ្នកឯងសំណាងណាស់សំណាងមែនតើហើយចូលមកទឹកដីអាមេរិកពីឆ្នាំ1983គឺខុសគ្នាស្រឡះចំនួនអពតចំនួនអាមេរិកអពតជានរកប្រែតគឺនៅសហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកគឺជាប្រទេសទី3ប្រទេសឋានសួគ៌ខ្ញុំចាំរឿងវែងច្រើនណាស់ប៉ុន្តែមិនអាចរាយរាប់ប្រាប់បានទាំងអស់ទេគឺវែងឡាយវែងឆ្ងាយណាស់គឺសូមអរគុណយប់ទី2គេហៅក្រាម៉ាទៅហើយនឹងកូន2 3ឲ្យទៅក្រាម៉ាបានទៅឯងមកពីពិសុករីអាចពិសុករីពិសុកឈឺយកអង្គយ៉ាពិសុកឈឺក៏អត់បានទៅក៏អត់បានទៅក៏បានរស់នៅរបូតទៅឥឡូវចឹងទៅហើយគេឲ្យយើងទៅធ្វើការគេឲ្យយើងទៅធ្វើការហើយគេបង្អត់បាយយើងគេបង្អត់បាយបង្អត់អីអត់ឲ្យយើងញ៉ាំច្រើនមានច្រើនញ៉ាំឯងញ៉ាំទីហើយទៅធ្វើការញ៉ាំហើយទៅធ្វើការទៀតចឹងណាចេះទៅធ្វើការទៅចេះទៅពីឆ្នាំ75រហូតឆ្នាំ79ចឹងហ៎ចិត្តម៉ាត់79ជាងហើយរត់ចេញពីអពតវិញ79ពួកយើងមិនដោះបានមិនដោះពីខ្មែរក្រហមបានមករស់នៅឥឡូវនេះជ្រុំខាវវិដាមកជ្រុំខាវវិដា
ពួកអាមេរិកកាំងគេយកយើងមកពីមកយកមកទុកនៅខោយដាងយើងនៅបានប្រហែលមួយឆ្នាំហ៎បានគេយកយើងមកដល់នេះទៀតគេយកយើងមកហើយយើងបានរស់នៅទៅបានកើតកូនពូនចៅនៅកន្លែងនេះច្រើនហើយក៏ចប់ត្រឹមហ្នឹងណាហើយក៏យើងអរគុណរដ្ឋាភិបាលអាមេរិកកាំងនេះយកយើងមកចិញ្ចឹមយើងបានរស់នៅទាំងអស់គ្នាសប្បាយអញ្ចឹងទៅរហូតទៅឥឡូវអញ្ចឹងយើងអរគុណណាស់អរគុណរដ្ឋាភិបាលអាមេរិកកាំងដែលបានជួយយើងទាំងអស់គ្នាកូនចៅក្រម៉ាទាំងអស់ហ្នឹង
How do you support your parents knowing what they've been through?
Well, I didn't find out what my parents went through until probably about last year. But after they told me, I kind of broke it down and said, well, that was all in the past. And the life that they live now is greater because in Cambodia, there was a lot of wars that happened and it kind of broke down Cambodia, and I can see what my parents went through, and knowing that it was harsh what they went through, they know that their life is better now and they're more protected than before. So I just told them that it was all in the past.
Well, I try to clean up as much as I can, and I try to take care of all my siblings. I know my parents worked really hard to be where they're at right now. They're in America, came from Cambodia, and over there it's not that sophisticated. There's a lot of rural areas. They grew up in a rural area, actually. They all lived in one room, like literally one room with another family, and they just worked their way to the top. They worked really hard. They had a lot of perseverance, and I support that. I'm very thankful that my parents worked so hard for me to have an easy life, for my siblings to have a really an easier life without as much troubles as they suffered. So that's why I try to help out as much as I can.
So since your kids are both Cambodian and Mexican, how do you want to raise them knowing that they're part of two cultures?
To embrace their cultures. There's what I've noticed with people's kids is that they're brought up more of the modern culture, what's cool and what's happening and what's trending, but when there's culture like this involved, there's a lot to learn from it, a lot to gain from it, a lot to keep going, because you can't just let a culture die. You have to be a part of the movement that keeps your culture going so you can pass it on to your kids. And in this instance, they have two cultures that they can soak in and pass on to their own children, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren, so the culture stays alive. So everybody knows about the culture, and as long as more kids come in, they'll know about the culture, and it never goes away, it never fades.